Sometimes brands send me things and ask me to talk about them right here on the channel. And in return for talking about them, they pay me a sponsorship fee. For those of you that don't know, sponsorships are how content creators make money in order to be able to continue making content full time. Since YouTube is free for you to watch and you don't pay for the content, sponsorships are typically our most lucrative source of income as creators. Now, for someone who isn't a content creator, sponsored videos can seem disingenuous and people can get really annoyed about this in the comments. And I think in some cases it can be phony for sure. But if you're a creator that has very high ethical standards like myself, it's actually not fake. It's not. For me, when a sponsored product comes in, I test the product over a substantial amount of time. I make sure that I love the products and that I'm comfortable in promoting them, and then it becomes a win-win for everyone. I, as a creator, am able to make a living, which is essential in order for me to keep creating content for you, and you, as the audience, is able to learn about an awesome product, plus consume free content and usually get a discount code, and the brand is able to generate sales for their great products and get their brand featured across more people on like a bigger level, right? So everyone is winning when it's done properly. That is influencer marketing in a nutshell. I bet you didn't know you were attending this class today. Also, as an aside, if I sound a little nasally, it is because I'm a little bit sick, but I really wanted to film this video for you guys today because I have a bone to pick. I have a bone to pick, and I need to share it with you today. For me, as a content creator, I am psychotic about promoting products because I have an annoyingly high ethical standard. If I create a piece of content that promotes a brand that I don't really believe in, I can't sleep at night. I'm a terrible liar in my real life too. When I used to work at the salon and things would go wrong, like with my clients and their color, my colleagues would always tell me that I had no game face. The client would always know something went wrong with their hair because I couldn't hide it in my face. I'm just not a good BSer. I'm just not. It's not a skill that I have. Today, we are going to be talking about a product that brand wanted me to promote that sucked, and that, in my opinion, is a complete waste of money. We are spilling all the tea on the sponsorship that I declined. Let's go. Let's just put it right out there and talk about the brand, and it's the Kenzzi IPL. This claims to be an at-home intense pulse light device for permanent hair reduction. Let's read the website together. Kenzzi's 5-level technology adapts the light intensity to your skin for the perfect balance between safety and efficiency, giving you lasting smooth results at home safely without the use of sunglasses. It is on sale right now for $239. It's not cheap. Let me tell you my experience with this. So Kenzzi sent me this device and wanted to purchase a 3-video package. So they wanted an introduction video, halfway to final results, and a final results video. I tried it out and I actually created the first video, which was kind of like an introduction to the product. When I read the specs about it, I thought it was awesome because you get to do laser hair removal at home for a fraction of the price. I have never had laser hair removal done and I've always wanted to do it. I just haven't because it's so expensive. Truthfully, that's really why. So I thought this would be an amazing option and I was the perfect candidate for it because I have really dark hair. I've never done it before. We could really see if it worked, without also having lasered because that, skews the results, all of that. I was stoked. I was like, this is awesome. Everyone loves it. Heck yeah, let's do it. I'll document my before and afters. I'm in. I noticed right away that tons of my favorite creators had made loads of videos about it. So I figured that they must have done their due diligence and that they weren't just promoting something that was low quality or even worse, dangerous to hundreds of thousands of people, right? I assumed that. I just assumed that. Probably shouldn't have assumed it. When I was making the first video and filming that segment, the whole device shorted in the bathroom, like poof, it was gone. It smelled like burning, I don't know, electrical, and then it wouldn't turn on anymore. So I thought maybe it was just a fluke and I got a bad product. So I emailed the marketing department, they apologized and sent me another one. And while I was waiting for the other one to come, my spidey senses were like getting alerted, and I started going down the review rabbit hole. I bet you've been down that rabbit hole before. 3 hours later, still down the rabbit hole. But, okay, before I went down this review rabbit hole, I edited the introduction video and sent it to them for approval before posting. By the way, I don't do this anymore. I was still a new creator, well under 100,000 subscribers. Sponsorships at that time were like really new and exciting. Now that I get multiple sponsorship emails per day, I try the products out for weeks, if not months, before even accepting or reading a contract for a sponsor. If you are watching this and you are a new creator, I highly suggest that you don't jump on the sponsorship bandwagon, as exciting as it may be at first, before being 100% confident that what you're talking about is awesome, because you have a serious responsibility to inform people about products in a way that is educated and not driven by your own monetary goals or your own goals to be an influencer. When you are a baby influencer, a new influencer, that new email, that first email that comes up from like a reputable company that is willing to pay you however little it may be to talk about, you know, that product in a video, it's very exciting as a new creator, especially when you really want to be a content creator and influencer. It's very exciting, and you're more likely to jump on it than you are when you're like jaded and you've been doing it for so long. I've been doing this for like 4 years. So I don't have that like impulse to talk about something and be super excited about it anymore, because there are so many options. But as a new influencer, even if you only have 10,000 followers or 20,000 followers, those followers are really trusting your opinion. So do not talk about products that you haven't vetted, no matter how much money they're willing to give you, because it really is your responsibility to inform the public in a way that is authentic and genuine, especially if you want to grow your platform. Anyways, that was like a huge aside. Let's get back to the reviews. Sorry about that rant. The reviews on the Kenzzi website are suspiciously positive. I mean, like, not everyone loves everything, right? Even great products that I love have some negative reviews, just like some of the comments on this channel are negative. If there are only positive things being said about someone or something, it's because the negative ones are being deleted. Straight up, that's why. The Kenzzi website reviews, I don't buy it, okay? So then I went on Google and I dug deeper, and that is where I found the Trustpilot website. Trustpilot reviews are user generated, so it's up to the user giving the reviews to either delete or keep them up. The company cannot go in and delete it, okay? So yay, Trustpilot, that's what we want. We don't want reviews to be deleted on products, especially not ones that have intense pulse light that could potentially burn you, right? Out of 5 stars, are you ready for this? Kenzzi was rated 2.5, which makes a whole lot of sense. There were issues with it breaking, with horribly bad customer service, with it actually hurting and burning people, and I could go on and on and on. Seriously, go down the rabbit hole. Go down the rabbit hole, or like don't waste that much time going down the rabbit hole. I already went down it for you. But there are a lot of bad reviews. They're not all 5 stars like they are on the website. That's clearly not real. Or maybe it is real, but the bad ones are deleted. I don't know. But, you know, on the website where you can't delete reviews, 2.5 stars. 2.5 stars. So while this is all happening in the background, right, and I'm researching and getting enraged, my intro video is getting approved by the brand. I get an email from Kenzzi telling me that they watched that first video, that at that point I wasn't even gonna launch anymore. I was like, scrap that, you know, had sent it over, and then I was like, no, heck no, like get me out of this. But I was doing research over here. They were like approving it over here, okay? So then they emailed me back and they told me that they watched the first video, but that they needed more before and after results within the first 4 minutes of the video. I had just gotten the product, so I couldn't give before and afters because there were no before and afters to give. It would have been a blatant lie, and they knew it because they had just sent me the product and it broke. So that brings me to this point. If you look at any reviews that are glowingly positive about this device, they're all sponsored, all of them. Even the articles written on Google that are like giving it glowing reviews seem to be sponsored. I'm not throwing shade to sponsorships because it's literally how we make a living, and I do sponsorships with products I love and I'm excited to share with you all the time. Literally every month I do sponsorships. I'm not above it, but I was really surprised that these really great creators were endorsing a product that is clearly terrible. So I wrote them back this email. I used the Kenzzi device for less than 30 minutes and it started glitching and immediately overheated and broke. I started reading reviews online and quickly realized that this is not just an isolated incident, but something that has happened to a lot of people. There have been dozens upon dozens of reviews of it overheating, harming someone's skin, or just not working, followed by many complaints about poor customer service as well. I have an extremely dedicated audience and a huge ROI. When I endorsed, I sold over 8 units in a couple of days. When I endorsed, it was the same thing. I take this responsibility to my audience extremely seriously. I felt in my heart that this was truly not genuine. I felt like I was asked to talk about this and emphasize results that I did not have. This is not honest and does not abide by my code of ethics. I have thought a lot about this, and truthfully, even if you didn't ask for revisions, I wouldn't have published the videos because after editing it, I didn't feel good about it. My audience is extremely important to me, and staying truthful as I grow is something that I will never lose, despite how big the channel gets or how much money I am offered. I hope that you can understand that. And that is where it ended. The marketing department was very polite in their response back, actually, they really were, and I've never heard from them since. But then the plot thickens even more. Are you ready? Are you ready for a thicker plot? I never used the second one they sent me. It was just sitting in my closet because I was so turned off. When my friend was over the other day, I ended up just passing it off to her, thinking that maybe she would get some use out of it. I never told her this story because I genuinely started questioning myself, which is what we always do as women, right? I was like, maybe I misinterpreted this whole thing. I mean, so many people speak so highly about this machine that maybe the first one I got was just fluky. You know, that can happen, right? Maybe the reviews are real and I had a one-off bad experience. I don't know, right? It's expensive. So if people are buying it, it has to be good, right? Right? Wrong. Wrong. A couple of weeks later, she ended up messaging me because the entire top layer of the plastic on the machine melted and the whole thing shorted and blew up just like it did for me. I was horrified because I never warned her, and then I became super worried that she burnt or hurt herself like so many people in the reviews did, and that it was like my fault for not warning her. She ended up being totally fine. She didn't hurt herself, but imagine if she saved up her money and paid over $200 for this, only for it to break within a few weeks, and then to be met with bad customer service. No. Okay, one more thing. I was inspired to make this video because a few days ago I came across this video by this awesome kind of quirky creator, Mia Has Diggles, which was so representative of my experience using this device and also so hilarious. I actually love this girl's channel and her personality as a whole. I'm gonna leave a link to that video in my pinned comment. She perfectly summarized the experience of using this device, and surprise, surprise, her video was not sponsored. It's like the only honest video on freaking YouTube about Kenzzi. It's her video and it's not sponsored. Go check her out. Let her know that I sent you because she's awesome and I have like mad respect for this creator. Her video was basically the video that reminded me of this huge responsibility we have as content creators with a bigger following to inform people of things that aren't right. I don't make drama content. It's not in my nature. I'm not confrontational, but I felt a deep need to make this one because this device is expensive and it can actually physically hurt you. And why other influencers are endorsing it, I don't understand, right? And I kept thinking, well, I shouldn't throw them under the bus. It's not nice. It's not nice. Well, they certainly don't have any problem selling you an extremely overpriced, terrible, terrible machine that literally doesn't work. They don't have a problem with it, so why the heck do I have a problem saying that it's terrible and that it could potentially burn you and that they have terrible customer service on my YouTube channel? I'm over it. I'm over being nice about it. If you guys want me to make an entire series on the products that brands send me that really suck, and trust me, there's a lot of them, let me know in the comments because I would be happy to do that for you, and hopefully I won't get sued. this video's over.